Hi, Dr. Dave here, aka the Garden Shrink. I'm an old psychologist with fresh insights into life, love, and gardening. Join me on a journey to increase our fruit, both in the garden and in our personal and professional lives. Whether you're just thinking about gardening as a hobby, or you're an old pro, or just someone interested in psychological advice minus the copay, I've got something for you. So come on, let's grow together.
Ho, 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 it's Farmer Dave, incognito, here to advocate for changing the name of Black Friday to Green Friday, as in money, as in buying stuff for me and making my garden experience better. Christmas is forgiven, but Black Friday is forgetting. That doesn't sound like the Christmas spirit I'm familiar with, Farmer Dave. Right? It's about giving. Speaking of which, how would you like to amp up and transform your relational life, build intimacy, and decrease miscommunication with important others? Stay tuned, because after Farmer Dave talks about getting, I'm going to talk about giving and the inherent power of love languages. And at the end, I'll tell you how you can get some free resources on love languages from my Garden Shrink website. Stay tuned. Begging your pardon, Doctor, but I got the floor. And what's love got to do with it? I'm talking about the universal language, green. Green, for lack of a better word, is good. I'm not just talking money. Think green grass, green beans, green Christmas trees, alphaba, Oscar the Grouch, and the Grinch. Commonality, green. Now I'm gonna buy the things I need on Green Friday for myself, but today, because I've been a good boy, but today I'm gonna help some of you non-gardeners with their Christmas shopping. You're welcome. First, some low-cost stocking stuffer ideas for that special person with the green thumb on Green Friday. You ready? All right, first, cheapo. Garden fasteners, plastic pegs, or galvanized steel landscape staples. These can be used to secure row covers or hold down weed barrier fabric. They're cheapo, and you can never have too many. Other stuffers, rainwater gauges to help you know how much watering to do. An outdoor thermometer, both air and soil temperature. A pack of Sharpies and plastic or wooden plant labels, so you can remember what types of tomatoes you planted. A gardening magazine subscription, or a fancy-smancy personalized garden journal. And I've talked about journaling before, so you know how I feel about that. As we go from cheapo to higher price, you gotta be a little bit more careful. Serious gardeners, like any hobby enthusiast, begin to have preferences as they get more experience. Buying inexpensive equipment is perfect for the newbie. That's what you should do. See if you really like something before you invest good money in it. But don't go cheapo with self-proclaimed experts like yours truly. All right, here we go. Lower cost gift ideas. Garden tools, hose, rakes, pruners, shovels, trowels, or even better, a multi-purpose garden utility knife. You need a quality cutting tool in the garden. I'm always cutting something, rope, wire, suckers off my tomato plants, and sometimes even my green thumb when I'm not paying attention. Pay attention. Other ideas, a harvest apron or a harvest basket to put all those picked veggies in. Trying to hold a bunch of zucchini with two hands while opening the back door at the same time can't be done. You can also get a harvest basket personalized, which gives it a special touch. More ideas, an indoor odorless compost bin to put those banana peels, eggshells, and coffee grounds in. Good soil loves these amendments, and it's also green, as in Green Friday. See how I did that? I also love quality hoses that don't kink or tangle, especially those ones on TV with the copper connections that shrink down to nothing when you turn the water off. Or a water bath cannon set. You can get them on Amazon or at your local hardware store for $65 to $90 for the complete set. And of course, goes with that is that the Bible of Canon, the Ball Blue Book of Preserving I've mentioned before.
This is a classic for recipes and instructions on all things preserving. Lastly, consider a kneeling pad for us older folk with bad knees, or a seed heating mat. This is something you use to start seeds on. Peppers, for example, germinate at ideal temperatures between 75 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is warmer than most indoor room temperatures, so it gives our seeds a head start. Helps them to germinate quicker. You want to go big time? I mean big time. On the expensive end of gift giving? Again, be real careful here, because if I'm getting some at these prices, I tend to be super particular. And sorry to say, your special someone is probably more like me than you want to admit. Asking that special person exactly what they want will prevent disappointments, but it will also ruin that surprise Christmas morning. Instead, just ask questions about gardening. Act interested. What are their plans for next season, and what might they add, do different, or need in the future? And play dumb. Ask them to show you examples online. Now, if you do this the day before Green Friday, that wouldn't be just playing dumb, that would be dumb. Enough said. All right, some big ideas for those big presents. You want to spend a little bit of money? How about some battery-powered tillers? Battery-powered weed whackers or chainsaws. This is one I love, is noise cancellation headphones, like some quality headphones to listen to music while I'm pulling weeds. I'm always listening to music, and it makes my work that much better and easier. And now the mother of all gifts for me, the Red Ryder BB gun of garden setups. Either a mini greenhouse or a grow light system. Like Ralphie, I got my dream gift a couple years back, a 4-shelf, 16 fluorescent light system setup that I use to start all my seeds in. I get to start gardening before the season begins, like 8 weeks early. And I get to watch my tomato seedlings emerge and grow right before my very eyes, rather than go to the garden center and just pick up a 6-pack of seedlings that have already been started. Number one, it keeps me out of trouble with the missus in late winter or early spring. Number two, it saves me money. Seeds are cheaper than transplants. Number three, I have more varieties to choose from than garden centers offer. You can get hundreds of different varieties of tomatoes, for example, if you buy them online and you start your own seeds. And number four, I get to learn more stuff about gardening so I can pass that information on to you and to yours. Lastly, I'm reading your mind now. Now I know what to buy my gardener for Christmas, but what shouldn't I buy, Farmer Dave? Definite no-nos, things I wouldn't touch with a 39.5-foot pole, random seed packages, cheap tools and garden decor, novelty garden knickknacks. But can I buy those cute things that twirl and spin in the wind, Farmer Dave? No, those things stink, stank, stunk. Enough said.
Farmer Dave, I think your gift ideas are great. Changing the name to Green Friday, not so great. And all that talk about getting, I don't think that reflects the spirit of the season. As Charlie Brown asked, isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? I do, Charlie Brown. It's about love. And I'm going to talk about love languages, which may help you score some major points with your loved ones this Christmas season. Learning to love others in ways that make them feel loved and appreciated will pay dividends now and in the future. If you're not familiar with this concept, pick up a copy of the 1993 New York Times best-selling international book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. He suggests there are 5 major ways of expressing love: through gifts, words of affirmation, spending quality time together, doing acts of service for each other, and through touch. Now, we're all wired differently. For example, some people are very touchy-feely, and holding hands or snuggling might mean the world to them. It makes them really feel loved. Others are wired differently, and they feel most loved when they're acknowledged or complimented verbally. That's kind of me. I'm kind of a words of affirmation person. I often tell the story of the impact that 8 words had in my life as a first-year insecure graduate student, if you can believe that. On my thesis proposal first draft, Dr. Stephen Gold, a tough-as-nails professor, wrote, "As good a first draft as I've seen." Simple but powerful words from a man of few words and of high stature. That feedback gave me confidence and reinforced the power of words to change people, especially with people like me. Back to the other love languages. In relationships, our partner, family members, children, and even our friends often have love language preferences that differ from us. Surprise! Sometimes they vary slightly, sometimes greatly. But what do? We tend to love other people what comes naturally to us in ways that resonate with us and don't necessarily resonate with them and speak their love language. And what's the result? Well, we often do have effort with disappointing results. I mean, we keep trying, but we're only getting partial credit because you're missing the mark. Their mark. You do acts of service, but your partner is wanting time together. That really speaks to them and makes them feel appreciated and cared for. It's like you're speaking Spanish, but they're speaking Portuguese. And don't you dare say, well, that's who I am. They knew who I was when we got together, and I'm not changing. Friend, and we're friends now. If your actions cause disappointment, don't dig in. Adapt and change your approach. Hello, McFly. Doing the same thing and expecting different results is that old definition of insanity, right? So, this holiday season, in addition to giving gifts, think about giving love in consistent and creative ways that really hit the mark. And you know what? There's a general universal principle at work here. You tend to reap what you sow. The more you give and hit the mark, the more you will have love returned in your life. In general. The more you give, Farmer Dave, the more you're going to get.
Dr. Dave thinks it's more healthy and beneficial for my mental health and life success to focus on giving, like it's better to give than receive. Okay, I'm sold, Dr. Dave. So on your advice, I'm giving my wife and 3 adult daughters my Christmas list with links to the exact things I want, the right size, model, color, etc. That way, when I open their gifts, I won't have to pretend I like it, making me even more of an authentic person. And that's good, and that's green.
Clearly, Farmer Dave's love language is gifts. So giving him everything he wants is the takeaway, right? Open your wallet and throw down those credit cards. Max them out. After all, these are sale prices, and you won't ever see prices this low again. And if Farmer Dave gets everything he asked for, he'll be totally satisfied, right? And you won't have to buy him more stuff. Ever again. Not feeding our cravings, for more just creates more cravings. But before we go shopping, let me expand a bit more on the love languages. No more talking turkey. All right, the original 5 from Gary Chapman. Number 1, gifts. Unlike Farmer Dave, these are not necessarily materialistic desires or drain your account items, but symbolic. Sometimes small things, it's like the idea of being out of sight but not out of mind. It communicates, I know who you are and what makes you happy. For example, they finally had your favorite cheesecake at the store and I had to get it for you. Or, I saw this t-shirt and I knew that was you, I had to get it for you. Small gestures like that. Number 2, doesn't have to be jewelry. Number 2, words, compliments, acknowledgments, validation, appreciation. This is me. Words of affirmation are especially powerful when they're unsolicited, unexpected, and specific. For example, you know your kids adore you. You've got this mothering thing perfected. More powerful sometimes than having a great, Valentine's or anniversary day card. Those are expected. Number 3, time. Some people feel most loved when others give them their undivided attention, turning off your screens and devices, like walking and talking. Scrolling on your phone while your partner watches a favorite TV show may not win you any points at all, even though you're sitting right next to them. Number 4, acts of service. Some people feel loved when others do things for them, things that lighten their load or take things off their plate. For example, gassing up the car, or volunteering to pick up the kids when you don't usually do this, or proactively doing a chore or errand without being asked, like cleaning the garage that doubles as a storage locker, or spraying Febreze when you leave the bathroom. Number 5, touch. The last one in Chapman's list. Some people are just touchy-feely by nature. They shake hands, they're always stroking arms, and even hug convenience store workers. We all need some touch, but some really respond to touch, even light things like a touch on the shoulder or a kiss on the forehead. Small gestures can go a long way, and they're stupid easy to give. In recent years, some therapists and researchers have suggested additions to the 5 love languages proposed by Gary Chapman all those years ago. I call these other 5 love languages the togethers. All right, number 1, emotional security and reassurance. Some people feel most loved by actions that create feelings of stability and safety in the relationship, like honest communication, following through on commitments, and repairing the relationship after having a conflict. I call this anchoring together. Number 2, shared experiences and adventure. Some people feel most loved when they're creating memories together, like through shared projects or traveling together. I call this doing together. Number 3, intellectual stimulation, having deep conversations and stimulation of the intellect. It represents opportunities to feel really known and accepted. I call this thinking together. Number 4, spiritual connection, like sharing faith-based activities, for example, can be a powerful way to show love. When someone participates in activities that reflect our core values, worshiping or praying together. Number 5, humor or play. For some people, laughing together is the most important. It communicates friendship and enjoying the journey together. I like these additions. You know, we don't all fit neatly into a 5-box solution, and these additional ones capture more of our human needs. Lastly, how do we identify love languages? I mean, you can't hit the mark if you don't know what the person's love language is. Well, I'm going to give you some resources that you can get on my website that might help you to tune into those. But some general principles to think about. Number 1, pay attention. I mean, how does that special person in your life express love themselves? Oftentimes the way we love others, again, is the way we want to be loved back. What makes your special person light up, so to speak? What do they complain about? You know, this shows what's important to them. Ding, ding, ding. What do they ask for? And what do they express appreciation about? Answers to these questions give clues to what others really want. And if you work to express love in ways that make others feel loved, they will often love you back even more if you hit the mark. You want more information? Click the link below that will take you to my blog website, gardenshrink.com, one word, and you can download free resources to help identify love languages and creative ideas for showing love. Sow seeds of love and reap a harvest this Green Friday. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy shopping, and of course, happy growing.